So let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. Try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning, but we also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity for the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, just allowing the body to fall into place. Then begin to let go of attending to the external world, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation, and straining your awareness just to the body and mind, beginning to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air moving into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then we'll generate a broad, altruistic motivation for our time, taking a moment to intentionally widen our circle of concern, trying to embrace countless sentient beings within the field of our practice, recognizing that just like oneself, every other sentient being deeply wishes to be happy, deeply wishes to be free of suffering. And just like oneself, every sentient being is meeting with obstacles and difficulties again and again. And so the most reasonable thing we can do is to work to secure the welfare of all sentient beings without exception. And to do that, we must genuinely transform the mind, develop deep familiarity with those states of mind that naturally, spontaneously support beneficial actions. And we must reduce and ultimately eliminate states of mind that, rather than supporting beneficial actions, often give rise, when they are present, to actions that cause harm to others. And that by engaging in that process, we will become someone who can truly benefit sentient beings, truly work for their welfare. We take that as our purpose. And we continue contemplating the 8 verses of thought transformation. So we begin by thinking of ourselves as being in a larger open space with Avalokiteshvara, a body's length, away in front, understanding that Avalokiteshvara is inseparable from one's own root guru, a manifestation designed to be of benefit. His body is of pure white light, and he radiates rainbow light of 5 colors: white, red, blue, green, and yellow. His gentle smile embraces you and all other living beings in his field of compassion and love. He has 4 arms. The hands of the first 2 are joined together at the heart, holding a wish-fulfilling gem. The second right hand holds a crystal rosary, and the second left a white lotus. He is seated in the full Vajra position upon a lotus and moon disk. He wears exquisite silks and is adorned with precious jeweled ornaments. An antelope skin covers his left shoulder and breast. The entire visualization is translucent and of radiant light. So take a moment to stabilize as best we can that visualization. And we will contemplate verse 7. In short, I will offer directly and indirectly every benefit and happiness to all beings, my mothers. I will practice in secret, taking upon myself all their harmful actions and suffering. In short, I will offer directly and indirectly every benefit and happiness to all beings, my mothers. I will practice in secret, taking upon myself all their harmful actions and suffering. So this verse is directly addressing the training and adopting the mind of self-cherishing, the mind of cherishing others, rather, overcoming the mind of self-cherishing, beginning to learn to cherish others more than oneself. And it references the practice for accomplishing this, the practice of Tonglen, the meditational technique, the vehicle for training in this mind of cherishing others, where we take upon ourselves in our imagination the sufferings of others and we give them our happiness. So we will practice that technique. So we begin by thinking of ourselves in meditation and imagine that at the level of the heart is a small, dark seed, like a mustard seed, sesame seed. And then we imagine in front, we could imagine a small group of people. And we think that these two or three people are suffering in some way, something that resonates with you, an illness or difficulty, and that they are experiencing in front of you this painful state. As you witness that suffering, you try to allow that to open your heart, trying to wish, to generate the wish. May they be free of that painful condition. And you try to stabilize that mental state, that subjective felt sense of compassion. And then you think that due to the force of that compassionate intention, that suffering that they experience manifests as a smoke or pollution surrounding their bodies. And that you begin to draw off that smoke, and it begins to funnel toward your body, being drawn to the dark seed at the heart. It's drawing closer and closer and funneling into, penetrating the body and funneling into that dark seed, absorbing there. The dark seed is becoming more and more dense, And then when you feel that all of that mass of suffering has been drawn off, absorbed into the heart, into the dark seed, and that dark seed under the weight of that suffering implodes and is replaced by a much larger orb of white light, filling the heart center. And then you try to generate the wish, the aspiration for these sentient beings to not only be free of suffering, but to be really, truly, deeply happy, completely content. So take a moment and try to stabilize that mental state. And then imagine that due to the force of your loving kindness, rays of light from that orb at the heart are extended out to these sentient beings, providing all manner of temporary, ordinary sources of happiness, as well as ultimate sources of happiness, up to and including the bliss of liberation and enlightenment. So imagine these sentient beings in a detailed way receiving every supportive, beneficial condition. And then let go of that visualization and imagine that light rays and nectars pour forth from Avalokiteshvara's heart, entering your own heart, filling your body and mind and purifying the self cherishing thought that prevents you from being able to take on the suffering of others and bestows the realization of bodhicitta, the wish to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of others. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in the mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly when that positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment in order to work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. May I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.